So my adventure began back in 2014 when I started talking with my then high school drum major, and he had applied to Iowa State for electrical engineering, got in, started coming here. So I came out for a visit, fell in love with the campus, and I knew that for my experience I wanted to mix marching band with my academics. So that is how I first got to Iowa State as a student.
Both my parents went to Iowa State. I had never visited here, and so on April 29th I actually came on my college visit of my senior year. We came here and I immediately knew it was the right place. I'm very much a person that believes in just how you feel somewhere, and I felt like this could be a home for me.
Iowa State isn't too far from home. It's about a 6-hour drive, which is doable. If I wanted to come home, I always knew that, okay, it's not that far. I took a visit here with my family, had a gut feeling like, okay, I think I'll try it out, and ended up working out because I'm graduating soon.
I would come and visit my friends who were here already, and I would stay here for the weekend, and I think I just fell in love with the atmosphere. From there, I kind of just made the decision. I was like, I want to go there.
How I started my journey at Iowa State was a tour, a guided tour. And then once the tour guide found out I was a veteran, he's like, you're going to the Veterans Center. So when I went to the Veterans Center, I had 3 people assisting me at the same time, finding out all these benefits I didn't even know I had. So when my wife and I left that meeting, it was amazing.
The one thing I've absolutely loved about college is the endless opportunities. There's opportunities sitting at every doorstep, every professor I talk to, every friend I meet, and we get to be involved in so many different facets of life, just different organizations, different opportunities, traveling, things like that. And so it'll be hard to adjust to the adult world, and I think I'll have to seek out those opportunities a lot more than I had to in college, where they're all around me all the time.
Something that I'm going to really miss is the campus feel and the people that are around me. It's really going to be the campus itself that I'm going to miss.
What am I going to miss about Iowa State? I would say it's a lot. The biggest thing would probably be the people, not just the students, but a lot of faculty and staff. I feel as if I've built a community here. For example, like we're outside the Sloss House. I love all the staff. I can go in there and chat with them whenever I need anything. People who know my name and actually care about how my day is going, how my semester is going. I think that's like a really big thing that I'm going to miss, just having so many people around me who do support me, and just knowing that I can find that in multiple places around campus.
I think I'm gonna miss having all my friends at one place. Like, that's one thing that's kind of, I've been thinking a lot about, like these weekends where I'm just like with them. And yeah, I don't know when else we can do that. Like, I hope we can have trips, but I think that's gonna be the biggest thing.
I think the biggest thing I'm gonna miss about Iowa State is, I guess, going to classes. I love being in that diverse environment, meeting new people. Every semester is a new group.
The next step for me is I accepted a full-time position with Cargill in their Management Associate program in Kansas City. So I'm really excited for that because Cargill, I had the opportunity to intern with them, as well as they've been an integral part of my major global resource system. So I'm really excited to continue working for them and to start my next step in my adult life.
My adventure will continue in Guatemala in March. I accepted a position with the Peace Corps as an agriculture extension trainer, so a lot of my classes have been focused on agriculture, health, and also with the Spanish major I've gotten the language skills, so I'm excited to say that after this I will just be able to kind of use everything that I've learned here and all the skills that I've gained within another position.
So a couple people I would like to thank for getting where I am today would have to be my parents for being so supportive, and also Dr. Michael Golimo in the College of Music, who has been very helpful in leading me to where I am today and just supporting my other non-major related fun activities such as marching band.
I would like to say thank you to my German advisor at first, and her name is Ruxandra Luft, and she has actually just been very helpful. Like, she supports me, and she's always like willing to listen, and she's pretty great. And I actually got to go to Berlin with her for a class, so I feel like that was really like an experience that not anybody can get.
I'd also like to thank my parents, fellow Cyclones as well, for always encouraging me to never stop following my dreams.
I would like to thank the staff at the Sloss House, Sam Moncton and Dr. Sandra Luft. They've, again, helped me and just kind of provided guidance and just good conversation when I need it.
of course, the most important person I have to thank is my wife. Without her, this journey probably would have never happened.
You can take a look, and if you wouldn't mind reading it to us.
Are you gonna get me to cry? No. Joy, for the decade that I've worked at Iowa State, I haven't met anyone like you. The first time I met you, you had a look of curiosity and an aura of determination. I knew you were destined for greatness, and you are. From the very first time of meeting you through NCORE iScore, I could clearly see that you do everything with passion.
We're so proud of everything you've accomplished and the confident young woman you've become. We can't wait to see the wonderful things that lie ahead in your future.
As you rapidly approach your graduation from Iowa State, we want you to know that we are extremely proud of you and the steps that you've taken in the journey that has led you to this point. Since you were born, you have brought us tremendous joy, pride, and countless delightful moments. We have always savored your achievements.
Babe, I cannot begin to explain how proud I am of you and all you have accomplished. Being able to share this journey with you has been amazing.
Critical enough to want to change what needs changing, yet hopeful enough to always see the best in others while bringing your best to every situation. Thank you for sharing that with me and Iowa State these past years.
Good afternoon. Iowa State University is pleased and honored to welcome the family and friends of our graduates to the Fall 2018 Undergraduate Commencement Ceremony here in Hilton Coliseum. Today's commencement ceremony recognizes the newest graduates in Iowa State University's proud 160-year history of academic achievement, excellence, and service. The processional will begin with the presentation of the college banners by each college's student marshal, who will be accompanied by the dean and the student's university escort. The presentation of the college banners will be followed by the processional of our undergraduate candidates for graduation, who will process in as members of the delegations of their respective colleges. Members of the assembly may remain seated during the processional. At this time, it is our privilege to present to you Joy Latson, Student Marshal for the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences. Joy is accompanied by her university escort, Dr. Dorothy Masindi, and by Interim Dean Joe Coletti. It is our privilege to present to you Gabrielle Hemesath, Student Marshal for the Ivy College of Business. Gabrielle is accompanied by her university escort, Dr. Robert Overstreet, and by Dean David Spalding. It is our privilege to present to you Derek Coulter, Student Marshal for the College of Design. Derek is accompanied by his university escort, Mr. Dan Neubauer, and by Dean Luis Rico Gutierrez. It is our privilege to present to you Michelle Friedman, Student Marshal for the College of Engineering. Michelle is accompanied by her university escort, Dr. Carl Byrne, and by Dean Sarah Rayala. It is our privilege to present to you Melanie Nesbitt, Student Marshal for the College of Human Sciences. Melanie is accompanied by Hearst University escort, Ms. Jennifer Stover, and by Dean Laura Dunn-Jolly. Congratulations. It is our privilege to present to you Amy Roden, Student Marshal for the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. Amy is accompanied by her university escort, Dr. Peter Orazem, and by Dean Beata Schmidtman. At this time, it is our privilege to present to you undergraduate candidates for graduation from Iowa State University. Signaling the official beginning of our commencement ceremony, the University Mace, carried by Chief Faculty Marshal Dr. Robert Wallace, precedes President Wendy Winterstein. We ask that the candidates for graduation and the members of the Assembly to please rise if you are able to do so for the procession of the members of the Iowa State University academic community, led by President Dr. Wendy Winterstein. And now, the presentation of colors by the Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps Color Guard. Iowa State University is very pleased to introduce internationally acclaimed vocalist and F. Wendell Miller Distinguished Artist in Residence, Dr. Simon Estes, as the Fall 2018 Undergraduate Commencement vocalist. Please remain standing if you are able to do so as Dr. Estes sings our national anthem.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets
Please be seated. Graduates, family, and friends, I am pleased to introduce Dr. Wendy Winterstein, President of Iowa State University.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm very pleased to welcome you to Iowa State University's 2018 Undergraduate Commencement Ceremony. Iowa State is one of the nation's most distinguished universities, dedicated to the highest levels of academic and research excellence. Graduates, today you join a very special group of people who are holders of degrees from this outstanding institution. We are extremely proud of the role that Iowa State University plays in the development of our state, our nation, and world, and we look forward to how you, Iowa State's newest graduates, will help lead this development. Commencement is the most important and significant ceremony that a university holds. For our graduates, it represents the culmination of years of hard work and the beginning of an all-new and exciting adventure. For family and friends, it's a time to share in the success of your graduate and to be recognized as well for the wonderful support that you have provided. And for Iowa State University, it represents the successful completion of our most important responsibility to society, providing a comprehensive education to prepare the next generation of students, leaders, entrepreneurs, and innovators. We take great pride in the dedication of our graduates to achieve this very significant educational milestone. At this time, I would like to introduce the members of the platform party. I ask that they please stand and remain standing until all introductions are made. Mr. Theaster Gates, Professor of Visual Arts at the University of Chicago, artist and innovator in the urban revitalization, honorary degree recipient, and commencement speaker. Dr. Ingrid Lilligren, Professor and Chair of Art and Visual Culture. Regent Milt Dokovich, Board of Regents, State of Iowa. Dr. Jonathan Wickert, Senior Vice President and Provost. Dr. Martino Harmon, Senior Vice President for Student Affairs. Dr. Sarah Nusser, Vice President for Research. Dr. Reginald Stewart, Vice President for Diversity and Inclusion. Dr. John Lawrence, Vice President for Extension and Outreach. Mrs. Laura Doring, Associate Vice President for Enrollment Management and Student Success. Dr. Vernon Hurt, Associate Vice President for Student Affairs and Dean of Students. Dr. Jeffrey Johnson, Laura and Russ Talbot, Endowed President and Chief Executive Officer of the Iowa State University Alumni Association. Dr. Simon Estes, F. Wendell Miller, Distinguished Artist in Residence and Commencement Vocalist. Dr. Anne Marie Vanderzanden, Associate Provost for Academic Programs. Mr. Luis Rico Gutierrez, Dean of the College of Design and Professor of Architecture. Dr. Beata Schmidtman, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences and Professor of Physics and Astronomy. Dr. Sarah Ryala, James L. Catherine S. Melsa, Dean of the College of Engineering and Professor of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Mr. David Spalding, Interim Vice President for Economic Development and Business Engagement, the David and Ellen Raisbeck Endowed Dean of the Ivy College of Business and Professor of Finance. Dr. Laura Dunn-Jolly, Dean and Dean's Chair of the College of Human Sciences and Professor of Apparel, Events, and Hospitality Management. Dr. Joe Coletti, Interim Endowed Dean of the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences, Interim Director of the Iowa Agriculture and Home Economics Experiment Station, and Professor of Natural Resource Ecology and Management. Dr. Dan Grooms, Stephen G. Julesgaard, Dean of the College of Veterinary Medicine and Professor of Veterinary Diagnostic and Production Animal Medicine. Dr. Beth McNeil, Dean of Library Services. Dr. Peter Martin, University Professor of Human Development and Family Studies and Faculty Senate President. Mr. Mark Simpson, University Registrar. The faculty marshals for today's commencement ceremony, and the distinguished faculty. Please join me in recognizing them. Please be seated. Thank you.
Dr. Jonathan Wickert, Senior Vice President and Provost, will now begin the honorary degree presentation.
At today's ceremony, Iowa State University is privileged to bestow an honorary degree, the 144th in the university's history. Dr. Peter Martin, President of the Faculty Senate, will now introduce the distinguished recipient to President Winterstein.
Will you please rise, Mr. Gates? President Winterstein, on behalf of the faculty of Iowa State University, the Faculty Senate has recommended and the Board of Regents, State of Iowa, has approved awarding the honorary degree Doctor of Humane Letters to Mr. Theaster Gates. Born and raised in Chicago, Mr. Gates currently serves as Professor of Visual Arts at the University of Chicago. He holds 2 degrees from Iowa State University, a Bachelor of Science in Urban Planning and Ceramics, and a Master's of Science in Urban Planning, Ceramics, and Religious Studies. He also has a Master of Fine Arts and Religious Studies from the University of Cape Town in South Africa. Heralded as the poster boy for socially engaged art, Mr. Gates also directs the University of Chicago's Arts and Public Life Initiative and is Executive Director and founder of the Rebuild Foundation, which is revitalizing Chicago's South Side, one vacant building at a time. Rooted in African American histories and culture, Mr. Gates redeems spaces that have been left behind by catalyzing development through art and cultural activity. His extraordinary achievements as an innovator in the visual arts have placed Theaster Gates among the world's top living artists and make him most deserving of an honorary doctorate from Iowa State University.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, State of Iowa, as President of Iowa State University, it gives me great pleasure to bestow upon you, Mr. Theaster Gates, the honorary degree, Doctor of Humane Letters, with all attendant rights, privileges, and obligations.
Free degree, you guys.
I commend you, Dr. Gates, on your outstanding contributions to art and urban revitalization. Please join me again in congratulating Dr. Gates on his honorary degree.
Dr. Gates will now deliver the commencement address.
How y'all doing? Would you mind just calling me Dr. Gates real quick? Say congratulations, Dr. Gates. It's nothing, really. It's nothing. I was talking to a friend this morning. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's very kind. I was talking to a friend this morning and saying, yo, blood, I got to get off the phone. I'm about to get this honorary degree. And he was like, where you at, man? I was like, oh, yeah, I'm at Iowa State. And he was like, is that the same place that you complained about your student loan bills for the last 20 years? So it's really nice, President Wendy, that you're giving me a free one. Thank you so much. Yeah. So I'm a major procrastinator, and I thought I would just write the speech now. So if you guys would just give me a couple minutes. Okay. Courage. History. Art. Empowerment. Multivalence practices. Okay, let's see how this goes. I'll practice. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to talk to you today about courage. About how important it is that we, as future believers and thinkers, dig deep, identify the things that we're very good at, and with courage, pursue them intensely. I haven't always had a lot of courage, but I work really hard. And so I wanted to maybe say that one of the things that really excites me about getting this degree is that I know that it happened almost in spite of myself. That there were times as I was completing undergrad and moving from pre-pharmacy to the College of Design, where I was not exactly sure who I was gonna be. My parents really wanted me to be a doctor, and pre-pharmacy was like smart enough that I thought maybe they'll be happy with a pre-pharmacy degree. And then I took my second chemistry class. That did not go very well for me. I'm just saying. So I found myself asking questions about what am I really good at, or what am I really interested in? And I found myself super interested in the issues of the city. I had left Chicago and come to Iowa. And in 1991, Chicago on the west side was a kind of complicated and somewhat violent place, you might say. And I remember coming to Iowa State for the first time. It was like a big weekend. There was a lot going on. And I just felt the peace of Ames. And it was like a welcomed peace from a period of having to be courageous even against my will, because the city it was a tough place to be. And urban planning, or community and regional planning as we call it in the College of Design, it felt like the kind of degree that would help me unpack some of the questions that I had, some of the challenges of being courageous in a city and then having the opportunity to be reflective in Ames. Courage was a funny thing because it required a little bit of courage to tell my mom that I was no longer pre-pharmacy and that 4.0 GPA that I started with was starting to drop, and that maybe I should do something that I really believed in. Courage. I'd like to talk today about history, the power that history has to shape our lives, the belief that the things that happened in the past are constantly and insistently landing on our shoulders, asking us, what are we going to do with these histories? How are we going to be? How will we use them for our present and futures? Futures! So I have a couple of pretty good history stories. One is I'm a collector of things. I like old things, and particularly I collect old cultural things. Right? Cultural things that would be of no value to anyone else. Like my dad had an old, he was a roofer, he had an old tar kettle that he would use when we would, get on the roof and, work on the roof and kind of make roofs stop leaking and stuff. And my dad was like, son, I'm retiring from my profession. Here's my tar kettle. I was like, Dad, some people give their children like $1 million in a house. You know what I'm saying? What am I going to do with your tar kettle? Right? But slowly I came to love the tar kettle because it was like all we had, And over time, I started to realize that this tar kettle kind of constituted something really important. It was like a bond. It was the material object that was the bond between my dad and I. It was the tool that allowed my dad to sustain our family, and I'm the 9th child of 9. So he fed us all with this tar kettle. Sometimes the potatoes with tar on them wasn't so good, but Anyway, this tar kettle was really important. And I decided that I would collect that thing, and in my artistic practice, I would start to use these objects from the past to try to tell stories about how history matters today. An example of that is I came across a bundle of decommissioned fire hoses. These fire hoses were burned and kind of peeled and really in bad shape from use. And when I first saw the fire hoses, they didn't really mean anything to me. And I bought them, they were really cheap, and I had them in my studio. And I remember having a debate about the history of the civil rights movement and talking about how people who had marched with King and had marched with Medgar Evers and had known Malcolm X, that these were people that kind of ushered the way in toward what we eventually called affirmative action. And that affirmative action is probably the thing that allowed many of us to be in school and were precursors to the reason why schools like Iowa State are as diverse as they are today. But I was making the point with my friend that affirmative action didn't help everybody, that there were still poor people in the hood, that there was still inequity and inequality. And maybe by taking these used fire hoses and cleaning them up and announcing them as a kind of trophy, I could acknowledge the fact that some good things happened as a result of affirmative action, but the work wasn't done. That I was interested in trying to find ways that history could announce still that there was still more work to do in the future. And maybe that's where you guys come in, but I'll get to you guys in a moment. Art. These are my five words. This is my speech. Art has the power. Art has the power. Art has the power. He's cool. Yes. Can you give him a hand? If I'm being real honest, art changed my life. I'll use this moment to talk about my experience at Iowa State. How many people have ever been to the College of Design here? Cool. There are really fun late night parties on Friday nights. Drink a lot of water before you come, and drink water when you leave. But I remember after I decided that I was not going to be a pharmacist, that I started taking my first classes in the College of Design, and I imagined, it's like a 4 or 5 story building, and I imagined that the planners were probably on the 2nd floor. Middle tier professionals at best, right? And then the art classes that I eventually took were in the basement. Where better for art than the basement? We're gonna work on that. And I can remember days of going from the second floor to the third floor where things were like urban planning and architecture, because the architects, they had the best space on the fourth and fifth floor. That I would move between the second and third floor in the basement, second and third floor in the basement. I'd get some food on the ground level. I'd go see Miss Carlota in the library. And there I was, kind of running the floors, and every floor constituted a different kind of vocation. Art was the thing that stuck, right? That I found that because of my dad's tar kettle, I was really good at using my hands. And Ingrid Lilligren, the professor who was my ceramics instructor, she's right there. She's really cool. Ingrid, she knew that I would never be a great potter, right? But she was so encouraging. And she had such a big smile. And so I would go to my urban planning classes, you know, get a little bit upset, and then I'd go down to the basement to like kind of, you know, be in my Zen moment. Watch this, watch this, watch this. So cool. This is so cool. And I found myself, without knowing it, becoming interdisciplinary. That the urban planning part would satisfy my parents because I'd have a real job, and the art part would satisfy my soul. And I thought that that was how life was gonna be for the rest of my life. That I would have a day job as the director of planning for the city of Ankeny, Altoona, Silver City, Mississippi, and that at night I would make pots. And I did that for like 2 decades. It was pretty cool. And over time, what I found was that in my day job needed creative solutions, and none of the planners who were trained to just be planners could solve some of these complex social problems. Because they were problems that dealt with race and land, the challenges of discrimination, the truth of racial segregation in Chicago. And none of the planners were equipped to do anything but like do pedestrian counts, traffic counts, curb setbacks, land use law. Land use law. This is so cool. I gotta stop looking at this guy. And that there needed to be some creative juice brought into my profession. And maybe that's where I want to stay with you guys. One of the things that I learned at Iowa State was that there was room not only for the professional work, but for the vocational work. It wasn't just about kind of getting a degree so that I could have a professional career. It was also about the ability to hone what I felt was my calling, or kind of identify what I knew to be my purpose. And so there were all these things that were happening in the classroom, but there were all these amazing things that were happening outside of the classroom. I was learning to become a man. I was learning to kind of think autonomously, and I was learning to take these basic courses, these basic rules for how cities are governed, and combine that with creativity to make new rules for how cities might be. I was studying planning, and so much of planning was about history, and history was trying to convince me that the future might be different. I'm running out of time. Multivalence practices. Many times, there is a need not only for creativity, but for other kinds of rigor. Not only professionalism, but also generosity. Not only matters of power, but opportunities for humility. That in my life, if there's been any success, it was a deep understanding that I needed to be many different kinds of people at one time. That I had to call upon many different kinds of disciplines in order to solve one problem. That I had to be more generous than I'd want to be, more humble than I ever could be, more rigorous than I was ever trained to be. And that today, when I look at all of you, I'm thinking about these words: rigor, generosity, hospitality, right? Ways that we can take the things that we've learned at Iowa State and then bump those up into words like compassion, care not just for our individual units, but for greater units. The ability to not only be trained to do a thing, but to ask questions about the thing that we've been trained to do and ask, is that enough? President Wendy, I did not write a speech today. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not write a speech today. But I'm so happy to be getting this degree and to be back at this place that made me a whole person, to be back in a place with new friends where I feel like there's still some semblance of the safety that I felt when I left my hometown. I am so proud of you all, and I hope for you all many successes, many blessings. Thank you so much for this degree and for sharing your day with me. God bless.
Professor Gates, Dr. Gates, thank you for that wonderful presentation to our graduates today to talk about history, art, courage, to share with us what a difference your professor, Dr. Ingrid, made in your life. These are the memories that I think all of our graduates at Iowa State have when they leave here, and thank you for that wonderful presentation and for the good work that you do every day. Another round of applause for Professor Gates. We will now hear from Dr. Simon Estes, our commencement vocalist, and then from our student brass ensemble under the direction of Dr. Michael Galimo.
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of a storm is a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the blown. Walk on, with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on, with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never
President Winterstein will begin the recognition of graduates, followed by the presentation of degrees.
At this time, I call upon Senior Vice President and Provost, Dr. Jonathan Wicker, to recognize those students graduating with distinction, those students graduating from the University Honors Program, and all of those students with military service.
At this time, I would like to recognize those students who are graduating with distinction. Grade point averages at Iowa State University are based on a 4.0 scale. In addition to the notation in the commencement program, this recognition also appears on the official transcript and university diploma. Those students graduating summa cum laude, or with highest distinction, have earned a grade point average of 3.90 or higher, and today they are wearing cardinal and gold honor cords. Will these students of highest distinction please rise? Congratulations, and please be seated. Those students graduating magna cum laude, or with great distinction, have earned a grade point average of 3.70 to 3.89, and today they are wearing gold honor cords. Will these students of great distinction please rise? Congratulations. And those students graduating today cum laude, or with distinction, have earned grade point averages between 3.50 and 3.69, and they are wearing cardinal honor cords. Will our students of distinction please rise? Please be seated. On behalf of the faculty of the university, I offer you sincere congratulations. Next, I would like to recognize the students who are graduating from the University Honors Program. These students have maintained a grade point average of at least 3.50, have shown initiative in developing their own individualized programs of study, and ingenuity in designing and completing an independent honors research project. Today, they are wearing a medallion. Will students graduating from the University Honors Program please rise? Very well done. Congratulations. And finally, I would like to recognize all of those in attendance today, graduates and audience members alike, who have served in the military, who are currently serving, or who will be serving our country following graduation. We are deeply grateful for your commitment to us and our country. Would these individuals please rise as you are able and be recognized for your sacrifice and service to our country? Thank you, and please be seated.
Dr. Wickard, I now call upon you to present the graduates for the bachelor's degrees.
We shall now proceed with the conferring of undergraduate degrees and awarding of diplomas. Will all the candidates for the bachelor's degree please rise? President Winterstein, these candidates have successfully completed their prescribed curricula in their respective colleges. They have been recommended by the college faculty and the Faculty Senate, and they are approved by the Board of Regents, State of Iowa, for the bachelor's degree.
In recognition of the satisfactory completion of your studies in your respective colleges, and by the authority delegated to me by the Board of Regents, State of Iowa, I confer upon you your bachelor's degree. As is tradition, I now ask all bachelor's degree recipients to move their tassels from the right side to the left side of their caps. Congratulations, and please be seated.
The candidates from each college will walk to the side stairs, up the platform, and across the stage to be recognized. We will begin with the Ivy College of Business. Dean David Spaulding will present the college's student marshal to President Winterstein.
President Winterstein, Provost Wickert, it's my honor to introduce our student marshal from the Ivy College of Business, Gabrielle Hemsoth, escorted by her favorite professor, Dr. Rob Overstreet. Gabrielle served as the Vice President of Marketing for Alpha Kappa Psi and Chair of the Supply Chain Management Executive Analysis course. As a member of the Iowa State University Traveling Case Competition team, she won Best Overall Presenter in the National Undergraduate Supply Chain Case Competition. One of Gabrielle's passions is beekeeping. She was the 2015 American Honey Queen and traveled the country representing the American Beekeeping Federation. As part of that work, she drew State Fair attendees to her display by wearing a beard of bees on her face. Now that is amazing. Gabrielle, who had internships with Land O'Lakes and John Deere, graduates summa cum laude with a 3.99 grade point average with degrees in supply chain management and marketing, and has accepted a position with John Deere. Congratulations to Gabrielle, and congratulations to all of our graduates today.
David Boyd.
Randy Gluck.
Evan Dale Hicks.
Shun Weng Hui.
Zern Lee.
Tyler C. Pennings.
Jacob Robert Klosterman.
Joshua R. Davis.
Jordan Wesley Barker.
Trace Edwin Ort.
Wesley Chance Leisure.
Hugh Alexander Hutchison.
Sydnia L. Brown.
Joshua Thomas Broich.
Olivia Ray Muniz.
Michaela Rose Becker.
Nolan Dale Miller.
Dylan Max Wright.
Sean Michael Pokronowski.
Richard Joseph Lorber.
Jackson Hawk Anderson.
Dylan Bragg.
Catherine Jane Eigenberg.
Matthew William Stade.
Jacob W. Evans.
Amy Ray Stabler.
Danielle Lucille Neef.
Kelly Ann Rudnicki.
Caitlin Elizabeth Kramer.
Barrett Maxwell Turnoy.
Emma K. Diamond.
Matthew Christian Berger.
Bailey Sue Ballard.
Christopher W. Kesting.
Taylor Nicole Hankins.
Oscar D. Tavera Barron.
Rachel Ann Miller.
Christopher C. Osborne.
Mary Rose Bump.
Xinyu Yao.
Ashley Linda Maston.
Haixiao Xue.
Michaela Derry.
Stephen Conrad Goldsworth.
Brianna M. Bellis.
Alexander Lloyd Felger.
Victoria Elizabeth Atkins.
Ryan L. Heinrichs.
Jill Marie Hankins.
Zachary Ryan Raichi.
Angela Mandich.
Kyle Garnett Cook.
Neil Thomas Hayden.
Austin Zobel.
Brian Alexander Jewell.
Alex Joseph Van Vliet.
Rodrigo Leon.
Adam Henry Pick.
Jinglei Wang.
Brighton Richard Heisler.
Melissa Sue Carroll.
Drake Jonathan Capel.
Kelsey Renee Mueller-Spude.
Mary Elizabeth Wilhelmi.
Michael Edward Lundquist.
Alexander Michael Barker.
Michael J. Krug.
Andrew Michael Cunningham.
Drake Allen King.
Cassandra K. Marvin,
Samantha Jean Vondrack,
Haley K. Dilly,
Dylan Deal Smith,
Isaac Dean Brecky,
Jason Michael Thomas,
Xiaoyu Chiao,
Colin Sheets Nielsen,
Taehun Kim,
Alex Casey Butholt,
Myungwan Hong,
Alex Michael Y,
Cherry Putranuto,
Kwame S. Adiyah,
Debbie Putri Gunawan,
Michael James Arnost,
Gregory Thomas Anderson,
Alan Wald,
Brent Dwyer Niermeyer,
Jack Holtz,
Daniel Patterson Stone,
Alex J. Venhorst,
Laura Marie Cisna,
Cameron R.A. DeVoe,
Alexander C. Peterson,
Ashley K. Kane,
Curtis James McKenzie,
Hannah Hin Win,
Millie Penelosa Mata,
Seth Fatai Backham,
Zorobabel Martinez,
Evan Patrick Wilson,
Luke Christian Stratmone,
Joshua Stephen Earlbeck,
Garrett Peyton Gathman,
Colin C. Kaufman,
Ethan Robert Marty,
Barinto M. Badasso,
Andrew Scott Mueller,
Joseph Dominic Brata,
Rose M. Meyer,
Patrick Keller,
Kristen Amanda Nguyen,
Jacob Allen Sowers,
Ashley Dawn Crandall,
Colin Robert Downing,
James Robert Arbel,
Logan Dane Bruce,
Vasudev Sridharan Namburi,
Stephen William Cook,
Daniel Ansong,
Haley Jean Bommersbach,
Jacob Michael Arroyo,
Caitlin Arlene Groman,
Caitlin Ann Schäuble,
Caitlin Faith Coolidge,
Sung Ho Jong,
Paige M. Mathewson,
Young Hyun Ko,
Madison Jean Reef,
Andrew Enzo Schaefer,
Suk Young White,
Ryan David Schroeder,
Julia Maiko Baker,
Akila Mutamseti,
Koi Wee Lim,
Sumed Yagni Mutamseti,
Abulukemo Alekemu,
Rohit Mihir Varahabatala,
Tavaranathan Kolgelen,
India Bren Skinner,
Savannah Faber,
Jessica Elizabeth Phillips,
Michelle Chinyama,
Nicole Michelle Turner,
Andy Lazaro Castillo,
Colton Mitchell Davis,
Samuel Thomas Hepburn,
Sierra Rose Gotthard,
Amber Lane Eho,
Ashton Christine Grover,
Estefania Mendez Parada,
Spencer Kennedy Smith,
Eshpa Onjungu Molel,
Kevin Robert Child,
Carrie Fixter,
Sarah Marie Oakes,
Isaiah Taylor Lotion,
Rachel Ann Kelly,
Nicholas Joseph Meyer,
Hunter Allen Bierster,
Fabiola A. Rivera Blanco,
Wuong Hyo,
Carlos Gabriel Rosario Rivera,
Caleb Allen Mueller,
Connor Edwards Hamilton,
Kaihang Yan,
Reed Anthony Rogness,
Tyler Stephen Britton,
Willie Harvey,
Obi Christian Obumseli Jr.,
Brian Keith Peavy,
Todd Matthew Price,
Yashvi Amit Desai,
Clay Christian Strang,
Chongji Sun,
Kelvin Williams,
Ian Richard Fitzgerald,
Nathan Andrew DeWitt,
Charles Robert Price,
Bailey Ann Pease,
Matthew Charles Franz,
Tyler N. Timp,
Casey Ellen Schultz.
Tobias A. Corner.
Jackson Nicholas Rose.
Ryan Michael Hecker.
Next, graduates from the College of Design. Dean Luis Rico Gutierrez will present the college's student marshal to President Winterstein.
Provost Wickert, President Winterstein, we're honored to present our student marshal from the College of Design, Derek Coulter, who is graduating summa cum laude with a Bachelor of Industrial Design and a minor in Industrial Technology. He is the son of Les and Dee Coulter of Beeman, Iowa. Derek was on the Dean's list and in the top 2% of his class every semester at Iowa State. He received several scholarships and awards, including the President's ACE Scholarship, Cardinal Scholarship Award, and Industrial Design Leadership Award. He served as president of the Industrial Designers Society of America Student Chapter, as Destination Iowa State's team leader, and he was involved in many other student clubs and activities. Derek chose industrial design lecturer Dan Neubauer as his university escort because as his first studio instructor, Neubauer pushed him to strive for the best results and provided a strong foundation for the rest of his education. After graduation, Derek will return to Dick's Sporting Goods corporate headquarters in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania as the staff industrial designer. Congratulations, Derek. Congratulations. Great job.
Kip Wayne Davis.
Brooke Michaela Penning.
Caitlin Joe Swanson.
Georgia Faith McAllister.
Richard Joseph Alchus.
Emily J. Young.
Matthew Russell Heitman.
Tanner J. Shelstad.
Jonathan Marcus Hatley.
Haran Jung.
Aaron Dale Shaban.
Jojian Sheng.
Sadie Jean Carver.
Zihan Yu.
Anna Elizabeth Jacoby.
Kaihong Gao.
Paige Alexandra Shirk.
Wanting Sun.
Samuel James Hart.
Ziyi Chun.
And now, graduates from the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences. Interim Dean Joe Coletti will present the college's student marshal to President Winterstein.
President Winterstein, Provost Wickert, it is my privilege to present Joy Latson, the student marshal from the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences. Joy is an honors student graduating cum laude with a bachelor's degree in global resource systems and a second major in world languages and cultures, Spanish. Her passion for global food security and education led to an internship at Iowa State's Uganda program and an internship with the Center for Inter-American Studies. And she also had a semester studying abroad in Spain. Joy completed the Peace Corps prep program, and she was selected to serve as a Peace Corps volunteer in Guatemala. Joy is being escorted today by her mentor, Dr. Dorothy Masindi, senior lecturer in Global Resource Systems. Please join me in congratulating Joy Latson.
Shauna Danae Hudson.
Caitlin Mary Chentry.
Young Shung Lee.
Audrey Marie Aid.
Alex Paul London.
Trevor John Langholt.
Madeline E. Umphris.
Ryan Edward Vogt.
Morgan Allcroft.
Tanner Michael O'Hara.
Kelvin Thomas Vanderveen.
Lisa Diane Irons.
Jesse Louise Soderstrom.
Laura Louise Sullivan.
Hannah Davey.
Haley Marie Fisher.
Ariana Faith Jameson.
Madeline Elizabeth Wangen.
Olivia Rayanne Anderson.
Miranda R. Mathiasen.
Nathaniel T. Stewart.
Jacob D. Clark.
Emily Rose Harkey.
Christopher Allen Mant.
Taylor Nicole Prusman.
Caitlin Marie Gibbons.
Brianna Ariel Bagby.
Darby Mueller.
Kylie Carroll.
Chad Michael Plain.
Benjamin James Sipma.
Aaron L. Butler.
Angelo Joseph Cotola.
Mitchell L. Cook.
Jaden May Floyd.
Zachary L. Twillman.
Jenna Brianna Taylor.
Michelle K. Jacoby.
Eric James Schultz.
Chwin Kyoko Shingjai.
Patrick William Oberg.
Brett Timothy Shelton.
Donald Patrick La Pietra.
Alexandra Kayla Marks.
Josie Kate Lee.
Austin Marcus Clausen.
Grant Thomas Osborne.
Brandon Stephen Lewis.
Matthew Daniel Rukavina.
Alexander M. Anderson.
Jacob Conrad Avey.
Cooper Ray Smith.
Jun-Hoo Kim.
Madeline Rose Eisenman.
Heidi Lynn Kalb.
Michael Christopher Crowell.
Stephanie A. McMillan.
Lane Patrick Hacker.
Timothy James Kirkova.
Mark L. Stainer.
Michael Allen Scrum.
Zane Frederick Ankney.
Alex Owen Forgy.
Clifton Jens Nelson.
Taylor Ray Sams.
Ross Thomas Friedrich.
Clayton John Hilby.
Sarah Nicole Borhave.
Eric R. Gomel.
Humza Ashraf Malik.
Nicholas J. Keach.
Nathan Martin Kimley.
Cody James Lahr.
Rebecca Marie Nellis.
Gabriel P. Kramer.
Rachel Ann Stika.
Macy Jordan Hope Codina.
Derek Michael Jensen.
Matthew Edward Mushman.
Devin William Maron.
Parker John Sukow.
Zachary Hilton Safley.
Chandler Joseph Borland.
Andrew James Kraus.
Cole John Moody.
Kristen A. Lowe.
Dakota Wilson Klostian.
Hannah Marie Pagel.
Garrett Wayne Slaybaugh.
Colton McGraw Schlemmy.
Cameron Marchewski.
Dalen James Dick.
Tyson Dean Melshide.
Jennifer Megan Walsh.
Chihan Jong.
Abigail Teresa Nee.
Hunter Joseph Moore.
Rachel Ruth Wilkins.
Peter Young Watkins.
Rebecca Ann Lyons.
Kelly May Clark.
Lacey Rose Dotterwike.
Grace Nicole Gasser.
Michaela Lynn Dolch.
Olivia Joanne Albright.
Emily Ann Catherine Roski.
Christina Marie Kuo.
Amanda M. Bowen.
Jonathan A. Hughes.
Hunter V. McCulley.
Emily Suzanne Jepson.
Spencer Rose Stobner.
Katie Lorene Minahan.
Emily Anna Stoffel.
Erica Marie Susmith.
Conrad Peyton Powell.
Amber Danielle Ellis.
Kyla Alexandra Crooks.
Cody Jacob Ford.
Joseph M. Head.
Dayton Ray Teets.
Caleb Jean McVeigh.
Derek Joseph Doing.
Emily Nicole Andrews.
Derek George Kapayu.
Delaney Marie Roof.
Sean Joseph Healy.
Erica Nicole Kelly.
Adiramuni Kavindu Paramutia de Soja.
David St. Clair Fleshman.
Ashley Kate Bowman.
Matthew Dalton Beneke.
Camille Alexandra Vargas Cabrera.
Roy Harold Cosner III.
Callie Sue Baker.
Colton T. Cortez.
Madison Marina Stuckenschneider.
Abigail Marie Jackson.
Morgan A. Stuckenschneider.
Tori Ann Scharfenkamp.
Miso Young Kim.
Drake Edmund Federis.
Nicholas J. Shu.
Allison M. Jewell.
Joshua David Sears.
Zoe A. Pritchard.
Russell D. Desai.
Shakira Kayleen Stowers.
Kanishk Pradap Patel.
Benjamin Reeves Wanamaker.
Triadi Wisesa.
Tomata Mankanti Do.
Brian Yo Wei Ren.
Wedan Shamis Al Kiyumi.
Abby Caitlin Reed. And now, graduates from the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. Dean Beata Schmidtman will present the college's student marshal to President Winterstein.
President Winterstein, Provost Wickard. The first student to receive a diploma from the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences is our student marshal, Amy Roden, who is escorted today by Dr. Peter O'Razum, University Professor of Economics. Amy is from Clive, Iowa, and she's graduating summa cum laude with a 3.95 GPA, with a degree in mathematics and a minor in economics. During her time at Iowa State, Amy interned at companies such as Principal Financial and Nationwide Insurance. Amy has been active in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences Student Council, has acted as a peer mentor, held the position of Vice President of Membership for Delta Gamma Sorority, and has served as a student representative on the LAS Strategic Plan Development Committee. Additionally, Amy helped turn Iowa State's Actuarial Sciences Club into a bona fide fraternity, Gamma Iota Sigma, where she has held the offices of Vice President of Finance and Vice President of Recruitment. Following graduation, Amy will be working at Transamerica Corporation, an insurance and financial services firm in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Congratulations, Amy, and congratulations, graduates.
Logan B. Floyd.
Linda I. Bennett Wilson.
Cody Raymond Worth.
Madison Ray Gatliff.
Alexander Lee O'Connor.
Sky Alora Shock.
Emily Marie Marison.
Yichun Chin.
Thomas J. Thomason.
Hayrong Lee.
Connor John Kaczmarski.
Darian Rochelle Short.
Catherine Michelle Miller.
Mac Y. Liu.
Lindsay Taylor Gordon.
Tanya Y. Cornello.
Zachary M. Robo.
Matthew Shane Boland.
Mitchell Aaron LaFrance.
Ryan Isaiah Evans.
Zane Charles Taylor.
Zoe Nicole Shipley.
Bridget Ann Degnan.
Jessica Ann Olvey.
Amanda Christine Norton.
Kenda Taylor Sharp.
Meg Lynn Trumper.
Josie Marie Speltz.
Julia Ann Lutz.
Christian Zillman Schinkel.
Kenna Christine McKeegan.
Sophie Anieti Ifyong.
Zoe Elizabeth Barden.
Chu Young Tyo.
Eric Jeffrey Fullenkamp.
Grace Lazard.
Jose Angel Marquez.
Nathan Daniel Bear.
George I. Zachariadis.
Garrett David Cruz.
Shang Chu.
Kyle Wayne Bogutz.
Yi Jin Wang.
Yi Lim Lim.
Shang Kun Zhou.
Mary Elizabeth Feldman.
Jacob Scott Nelson.
Jacob Lee Popowitz.
Courtney Huerter.
Christopher Lee Fritz.
Elizabeth Lee Groth.
Karina Marie Bajurki.
Christine Gail Simonson.
Kara L. Niles.
Shu Wen Lu.
Nicholas C. Poznansky.
Li Gade Lu.
Aaron Joe Rudin.
Daniel Allen L'Esperance.
Riley Martin Prescott.
Anthony David Geisler.
Jia Han Tan.
Dakota Cordell Gilleland.
Leah Marie Gredeman.
Abraham Michael Stauber.
Xin Yue Chu.
Jordan Richard Schwery.
Ellen Bernice Justice.
Madison Riley Hall.
Salem Al Salem.
Adam Thomas Reinecke.
Colin Liu Campbell.
Carlos Doncel Black.
Chase Edward Webb.
Riley Danielle Fries.
Justin Kenneth Alcala.
Shelby Lynn Parmenter.
Lauren Hai Ching Frederick.
Courtney Sue Ashton Kelderman.
Sarah Sue Buckner.
Ashlyn N. Welder.
Brandon Lee Hardy.
Hannah Joan Wales.
Ann Ha.
Ryan Leland Crew.
Andres Garcia Alejo.
Mitchell Douglas Johnson.
Ashlyn Jane Breckenridge.
Kaylee Veronica Becker.
Amber Virginia Misek.
Paige Elizabeth Meyer.
Jacob Stephen Hilton.
Seth Stephen Kipp.
Aaron Nicole Freeman.
Thomas David Montgomery.
Natalie Elizabeth Bidner.
Teriana Kasha Hicks.
Peter Alexander Miller.
Morgan Christine Lindahl.
Daniel Z. McVeigh.
Anna Christine Ernst.
Orlando Albert Brewer II.
Molly Herzog Olson.
Carly McClure.
Haley Ray Beckner.
Tyler Scott Van Clay.
Morgan Elizabeth Jensen.
Grace Marie Zillman.
Courtney E. Karstens.
Bradley James Boswell.
Jessica Lee Darland.
Michael Christian Wilson.
Connor Fox Phillips.
Christopher Daniel Brown.
Ashley Sue Hannon.
Sarah Elizabeth Fian.
Abigail Lee Pirro.
Isaiah Michael McNamee.
Ivy Michelle Spitzer.
Roisin Shannon Empey.
Michaela Renee Price.
Derek Arthur Okware.
Drew James Holthouse.
Logan Dean Hull.
Anthony Thomas Caluzzi.
Anna Claire Mulder.
Joel David Schwartz.
Brian Allen Larson.
Paul Lubberstedt.
Elizabeth Ann Riesink.
Kevin Tyler Mathis.
Adiana Rena Tennille Miles.
Madison Emily Hocking.
Aaron Miles Dysinger.
Alfred James Spalding.
Anthony Joseph Else.
Philip Edward Weber.
Riley Hannah Ochiltree.
Cassandra Rose Griggs.
Miriam Lorna Raveling.
Kia Sylvester.
McKenna Lee Leclerc.
Kevin Ray Cunningham.
Madison Elizabeth Tuttle.
Christopher Louis Eliakis.
Madison Wyatt Beacon.
Christopher John Reasoner.
Jake T. Iverson.
Taylor Ashley Ameri.
Jacqueline Cordova Loya.
Jordan Lynn Theobald.
Annie Joyce Edelman.
Kelly Renee Cook.
Tanner J. Messerly.
Mason Allen McCauley.
Daniel Eric Tacconi.
Joshua Stephen Freeman.
Alejandro Izar Amoa.
Tyler Joseph Fenton.
Kendra Elizabeth Gronseth.
Jia Yin.
Edward Chui.
Ellis Laird McBrayer.
Tumsa Nor Musa.
Rachel Marie Hecker.
Matthew Theartus Eaton.
Alexis Claire Peter.
Raymond Sonny Lima.
Eric David Howe.
Kyle Joseph Kempt.
Rianne Lynn Hiscox.
Hakeem Butler.
Emilia Pearl Belding.
Michael Antonio Warren.
Caitlin Abigail Peterson.
Denver J. Johnson.
Dylan Matthew Heacock.
DeMonte Ruth.
Haley Danielle Pilatz.
Yilin Tsui.
Erin Colleen Gilligan.
John Junghyun Godino Park.
Michaela Sue Bulmer.
Jack Joseph Callahan.
Lisa A. Bransfield.
Joshua Nishad LeMay.
Riley Crease Thompson.
Austin J. Berberich.
Jennifer Ann Weiler.
Christine N. Kate.
Emma Kate Whalen.
Savannah M. Halstead.
Bailey Jade Douglas Simpson.
Harry Alexander Crane.
Kurt Stephen Essenwine.
Brad Weisenmayer.
Rebecca A. Shippers.
Nicholas Hartman.
Marley Allen Markovitz.
Christian M. Roos.
Olivia K. DeCock.
Farid Chabi Seydou Baguri.
Morgan Scott Kimson.
Jashu Wu.
Hannah Margiti Henderson.
Jacqueline Jenny Sajore.
Mallory Kathleen Scanlon.
Si Hui Yo.
Alexander Bayaktar.
Caitlin Paige Einertson.
Caleb J. Vandermolen.
Alexis Bree Fry.
Alanud Mansour Alkamis.
Elizabeth Ayard Avalos.
Andrea Faye Ryder.
Paige Nicole Jungweber.
Austin A. Castillo Leovan.
Lexi Renee Troutman.
Noah Norman Huftelin.
Amanda Lynn Runyon.
Joshua Raymond Cinnamon.
Vincent Greg Waters.
Next, graduates from the College of Human Sciences. Dean Laura Dunn-Jolly will present the college's student marshal to President Winterstein.
President Winterstein and Provost Wickert, the first student to receive a diploma from the College of Human Sciences is our student marshal, Melanie Nesbitt, escorted today by Jennifer Stover, a lecturer in the School of Education. Melanie, who is from Pocahontas, Iowa, is graduating summa cum laude with a bachelor's degree in elementary education, along with endorsements in English, language arts, math, and reading. While at Iowa State, Melanie guided new students as a peer mentor, provided a voice for students on the Dean's Student Advisory Council, and helped run a classroom as a math assistant. Her preparation, maturity, and ability to make personal connections with people will continue to propel her to even greater heights after graduation. Following graduation, Melanie has accepted a full-time teaching position with Humboldt Middle School in Humboldt, Iowa. I wish to congratulate the graduates from the College of Human Sciences. We know we can expect great things from all of you as you go forth and expand human potential and improve people's lives.
Lauren Elizabeth Berglund and service dog Sheba.
Lin Yoon Du.
Kaylee Ann Keltner.
Ming Chung.
Ji Yeon Kim.
Jacqueline Nomi Gonzalez.
Sergio Torres.
Sarah Kate Menzel.
Wei Chen.
Morgan E. Ames.
Kelsey Inez Sadler.
Emily E. Gile.
Piper C. Head.
Cheyenne Nicole Rhodes.
Alex John Brimmeyer.
Jennifer Lynn Havens.
Caitlin Amanda Salazar.
Emily Ann Cleveringa.
Christina Nicole Schwartz.
Austin James Cleveringa.
Elizabeth G. Sterenberg.
Lauren Ann Lago.
Karina Lynn Hand.
Caitlin Nicole Botkin.
Christina A. Nelson.
Brendan Allen Foti.
Ariel Arness.
Lauren Elizabeth Foti.
Ryan Allen Green.
Jessica Renee Heimbaugh.
Johnny Jocelyn Sulzberger.
Alexandra Tomesa Baltus.
Riley Victoria Graham.
Anna Elizabeth Randleman.
Taylor DeJean Williams.
Noelle Christine Riley.
Braden Cale Roth.
Katie Christine Walrod.
Jonathan David Chicken.
Emily Ann Borman.
Austin LeBron Lear.
Alexandra Marie Bennett.
Justin Daniel Green.
Mallory J. Wilson.
Jai Chi Lee.
Olivia Ray Washcott.
Allie Marie Mengler.
Olivia Christine Thomas.
Kelsey Rose Leathers.
Caleb Chase Lloyd Mellon.
Jennifer A. Zout.
Samantha S. Shirazi.
Lu Jing L. Johnson.
Alejandro Martinez.
Gloria Esther Oyerides.
Colin Joseph Parsons.
Katie Elizabeth Austin.
Abby Aileen Dieter.
Keegan Bartholomew Cook.
Jessica Lynn Cipolla.
Michaela Lynn Corkery.
Abigail Mary Medenblick.
Makisha D. Petty.
Sydney Mary Lynn Swanson.
Bradley Michael Winter.
Samantha Ray Moran.
Jonathan Frank Pigot.
Olivia Isabel Brzett.
Ashley Ann McClary.
Amanda Ashley Maki.
Rebecca Jean Mixon.
Ashley May Hurt.
Courtney Ann Clevenger.
Amanda Lynn Helt.
Logan Thomas Hemphill.
Josie Lynn Wyrick.
Britton Eileen Gillis.
Cara Marie Sipperly.
Camille Roberta Tews.
Taylor A. Heyman.
Kaylee Sue Neighbor.
Wendy Morales.
Spencer Scott Derrifield.
Caitlin Ann Sheasley.
Mackenzie Marie Coberly.
JC A. Smith.
Alexandra Shekshik.
Derek Richard Wallace.
Christian Anna Peterson.
Alex Blair Lawson.
Madeline Ruth Jameson.
Kerrigan Fisher.
Anna Claire Buman.
Serena K. Schmidt.
Sydney Marie Nielsen.
Megan Lynn Bailey.
Michaela Leanne Bauman.
Logan Michelangelo.
Nicole K. Rollins.
Natalie K. Knobloch.
Vanessa Savan Lovan.
Rachel Catherine Zwick.
Allison Michelle Carlson.
Hillary Diane Frank.
Sarah Marie B. Burns.
Will Henry Strong.
Emily Lynn Wolf.
Austin John Starkovich.
Olivia Faylene Bigby.
Caitlin Elizabeth Gibbs.
Shaylin K. Gunther.
Alexis Marie Wozniak.
Kylie Blair Kruger.
Leah Elizabeth Ann Alexander.
Ashley Ann Holloway.
Rebecca Jean Harding.
Anna Marie Phillips.
Sarah Emily Umhoff.
Jamie Marie Harmon. And finally, graduates from the College of Engineering. Dean Sarah Rayala will present the college's student marshal to President Winterstein.
President Winterstein, Provost Wickert, it's my pleasure to present the student marshal from the College of Engineering, Michelle Friedman from Mendota Heights, Minnesota, escorted by Dr. Carl Byrne. She is graduating summa cum laude in Biological Systems Engineering. Michelle was an active member of Women in Science and Engineering, the Honors Program, and served as a peer mentor. As part of Engineers Without Borders, she led a team of students to rural Ghana to bring water to that community. Michelle was an undergraduate researcher on 2 projects, won the K.K. Barnes Student Paper Competition at an international conference, and completed 2 internships with General Mills. Michelle is staying at Iowa State to pursue graduate studies leading to a PhD and to conduct research to reduce post-harvest losses in developing countries. Congratulations, Michelle.
Abdel Wawadud Adil Dawood.
Xingbang Zhao.
Sadelden Maher Antar.
Joshua Cletus Schmitz.
Muhammad Irfan Akateri.
Namire Jalil Ridiath.
Ninran Mung.
Johnny Ray Coder.
Michaela Renee Spalding.
Robert L. Peterson.
Matthew Wayne Robnikas.
Lauren Kelsey Cowell.
Andrew Thomas Weber.
Megan Marie Collins.
Max Holthouse Hendricks.
Heather Nicole Jenkins.
Sarosh Kiani.
Brittany Lee Gronewald.
Abraham J. Polonia Suarez.
Tyler Neal Miller.
Yifan Shu.
Adam Robert Millsap.
Che Chung.
David Robert Huggins.
Fei Shuen Lim.
Grayson Reitz Gibson.
Brenda J. Yi Liu.
Matthew Stephen Olson.
Kelvin Hung Kai Gan.
Thomas Harvey Patterson.
Kin Young Tan.
Lincoln James Bomer.
Zachary J. Coleman.
Bryce Patrick Richards.
Nihal Sitaraman.
Brennan Nolan Carber.
Tucker Lane Krager.
Stephanie K. Shaw.
Thomas J. Kirby.
Taylor Jade Kilgard.
Mitchell Robert Riggs.
Bryson Daniel Kramer.
Jorge Abascal.
Nathan Cole McDonald.
Colin Andrew Lapazanic.
Noah Sebastian Reddig.
Siti Aizia Sazali.
Julie Tuyette Penton.
Jonathan David Rothfuss.
Alan J. Swan.
Omar Marcus Taylor.
Andrew Michael Rasmussen.
Kuan Wang.
Ryan Coleman Gilbert.
Daeyu Kim.
Nicole Renee Tate.
Colin Plouffe.
Joseph Thomas Sopchik.
Shane Kellen Dunteman.
Molly Marie Sopchik.
Durga Paudel.
Robin Teresa Lucky.
Jennifer Nicole Frank.
Ian James Davis.
Sean Ari Lindgren.
Matthew Edward Patet.
Ryan Michael McCullough.
John K. Kramer.
John William Sheriff.
Machi Adam Batura.
Paisley Christine Witt.
Lionel Jean Gabriel Odrago.
Jian Chong Chang.
Nathan Douglas Schmitz.
Janice Marie Christopher.
William Michael Tippett.
Tanya Maria Alvarado Carrillas.
Nicholas Demetrio Holowaka.
Abdurabu Abdulaziz Muhammad.
Connor David Duffy.
Jeffrey Douglas Gasperi.
Stephen Richard Hansen.
Joshua David Wink.
Derek Christopher Use.
Austin Reed Patton.
Benjamin Richard Briggs.
Jace Allen Brandhurst.
Juana Castelli.
Ryan Martin Finn.
Emmett Broadbeck Enyert.
Kenny Tai Win.
Yiwei He.
Muhammad Alanai.
Junyu Chao.
Saeed Zaran Al-Kamanyani.
Yishi Zhu.
Kevin Ledang.
Yuanshun Li.
Ricardo Rodriguez.
Hongji Luo.
Abdullah Bahashwan.
Nathan Richard Schmidt.
Jesse Michael Walters.
Erica Lynn Lacoste Grefsheim.
Spencer Adam Tinker.
Rachel Erin Kelly.
Han Lu.
Gretchen Denise Reamer.
Devesh Mohan.
Chloe Serp.
Robert Glenn Swenson.
Madeline Christine Turner.
Asas Malik Bermudez.
Margaret Catherine Grubb.
Yao Wei Li.
Elena Louise Camp.
Jia Heng Kaur.
Mariana K. Overgard.
Koa Hu B.
Tom Tran.
Ramchandra Luitel.
Kaiying Gao.
Maria Isabel Burkle Gonzalez.
Ka Lung Ho.
Christian Cheng.
Sok Yan Poon.
Yunju Wei.
Michael L. Scholl.
Faisal Jazmi.
Rajiv Bupala.
Curtis Tyler Richards.
Justin F. Falat.
Yan Wong.
Aaron Robert Hudson.
Caroline Kelly Alva.
Jack H. Doyle.
Jacob Dominic Verheyen.
Andy Gucci.
Thomas David Kimler.
Abdulrahman S. Al-Saikhan.
Samuel M. Hipple.
Hossam A. Abdeltawab.
Rachel Ann Tuazan Shannon.
Tarek bin Ziad Yaqub.
Samantha Christine Schultz.
Alan Trinidad Negrete.
Rebecca Lee Fattis.
Daniel David Bloom.
Abigail M. Boudin.
Caleb Russell Pychek.
Joshua Allen Rolls.
Rohan Yadlapati.
Logan Claire Lillis.
Michael Kane McClurg.
Mahmoud Geshesh.
Mark Edward Putzi.
Tyler James Archer.
Connor Thomas Mujin.
Rubo Han.
Colton James Munt.
Alvin Chung Kit Wong.
Justin Michael Franzen.
Edward Ford Puszkowski.
Thomas Jerome Burtnett.
Tanner John Phelps.
Jeremy Dennis Rurup.
Abdallah F. Mohammed.
Jonathan D. Baumert.
Matthew Isaias Milo.
Trevor Glenn Bounds.
Douglas G. Davis.
Minori Ranusha Fernando.
Anna Catherine Elisa Schluter.
Donald James Chenevert.
Harper Ann Emsweiler.
Andrew John Malik.
Veronica Neoma Lang.
Patrick Leo Fiedler.
Alexandria Nicole Mullally.
Matthew Stephen Biederman.
Brenna Nanette Barber.
Kyle William Willis.
O.J. Bayan.
Emily Ann Anderson.
Ju Hyung Ju.
Matthew D. Eust.
Ryan Connor Kitchen.
Samuel O. Jakubchak.
Mohammed Zahir Al-Abri.
Nicholas J. Collison.
Brandon Lewis Korko.
Adam Thomas Podhaski.
Michaela Taylor Machio.
Stuart James Rettig.
Taylor John Trumbo.
Benjamin Richard Krumreg.
David Allen Lombardo.
Kellen Edward O'Connor.
Davis John Arbogast.
Eric Paul Bishop.
Christopher Robert Rogers.
Dalton Bryant Doom.
James Edward Harrington.
Riley Peyton Gallagher.
Samuel Anthony McDermott.
Evan Mitchell Hagenow.
Thomas Richard Oliven.
Dalton Simonson.
Connor Daniel Pearson.
Andrew D. McCasey.
Nicholas A. Brown.
Daniel M. Savage.
Brian Young Chang.
Zachary S. Newton.
Javier Solis Jaimes.
Cullen Patrick Steinhauser.
Enrique Rubio Delgado.
Tessa Rose Dahl.
Derek Ivan Solis.
Henry C. Ehrenholtz.
Nathan Alexander Thomas.
Anna G. Miller.
Davis Couture Eldridge.
Kate Frances Hackinson.
Connor Nash Johnson.
Rebecca Elaine Lehman.
Emily Veronica Pico.
Peter John Leah.
Carter A. Sheave.
Nathan Court Coonrod.
Jacob Oliver Smith.
Kyle Patrick Kehoe.
William Kiefer Jewell.
Cody Howard Kneltner.
Joseph Awase Asor.
David Michael Severson.
Jimmy Kalechi Hahanobi.
Mitchell Lee Hager.
Chinedu Chigby.
Clayton Daniel White.
Vincent Leland Barker.
Samuel Richard Furr.
Jason Daniel Ruffcorn.
Tyler Raymond Gook.
Matthew J. Pedretti.
Matthew David Swift.
Eric William Dunteman.
Ravi Shah.
Christopher E. Coolers.
Christopher John Ryan Taylor.
Nicholas Paul Chiswick.
Jacob Rodney Welts.
Alexander Matthew Kovac.
Mingje Liu.
Bryce Gavin Johnson.
Kevin Patrick Deaver.
Avanish Chandra R. Kuntla.
Aaron Thomas Still.
Matthew Oren Dupuy.
John Michael Becker.
Aaron Daniel Miller.
Shane Anthony Hickson.
Matthew Allen Lunning.
James Xavier Glass.
Weston Allen Peters.
Austin John Gould.
Brandon Edward Beckman.
William Harry Harris.
Grant William Hops.
Dylan Ross Waugh.
Samuel Thomas Clark.
Setu Sanjay Patel.
Kyle Ray Blaylock.
Pinakshi Gogoi.
Benjamin A. Hansen.
Adam Scholler Lane.
Brandon D. Hageman.
Logan Marshall Davidson.
Ryan John Tranmer.
Tanner Jordan Rons.
William Larry Siglin.
Jacob Lauren Goldenberg.
Calvin J. Cratterville.
Catherine Heather Larson.
Alex Wesley Shawtek.
Anthony Joseph Crudely.
Lincoln Andrew Rodenberg.
Jeshan S. Kanagnayamagan.
Christian Douglas McKee.
Travis Edward King.
Brandon Alexander Raleigh.
Grant Evan Mathiason.
Rihanna Michaela Anderson.
Dakota Kyle Calfee.
Randall Matthew Friend.
Austin Michael McCarthy.
Lung Hui O.
Jason Richard Chapman.
Brandon David Huber.
Dan Conrad Gagney.
Zachary Ty Michael Arneson.
Michelle Lynn Camp.
Megan Louise Tucker.
Bradley Michael Weiser.
Kara Lynn Kiefer.
Lane Michael Droppers.
Scott David Schulte.
Ryan Frank Massey.
Matthew Joseph Staley.
Jason Alec Mislewick.
Brett Christopher Walker.
Adam Rogers Duvik.
Catherine Diana Brown.
Ryan Michael Story.
Reed Andrew Jennings.
Christopher Allen Griffiths.
Dustin Michael Hageman.
Ethan Michael Ball.
Lok Heng Jonathan Chung.
Ian Joseph Guthrie.
Lauren Elizabeth Dietz.
Alex David Baller.
Adrina Natsuko Helgerson.
Patrick Michael Murphy.
Kelly Marie Piazza.
Brady Alexander Subi.
Colton Peter Derment.
Jason Michael Peck.
Michael Brian Lindeman.
Sarah Aramintia Ketchum.
Anthony Daniel Doty.
Kaylin Alexandra Cartely.
Gilbert B. Eccles.
William Puckett.
Michael Thomas Carlson.
Andrew Arden Jones.
Michael Joseph Diambri.
Bennett Andrew Torrance.
Nicholas Thomas Mackey.
Jordan Davis Anderson.
Matthew James Sexy.
David Michael John.
Miranda Schulke.
Amadeus Sorso.
Grant Paul Denny.
Amber Elizabeth Sawell.
Maria Fernanda Palin.
Grant Frederick McDowell.
Shauna A. Ling.
Haley Ray Swartz.
Joseph Talbert Filbert.
Alexander Anthony Warman.
Kenneth John Went.
Daniel David Schertz.
Jive Argarwal.
Patrick Turner Hennessy.
Thomas Charles Devens.
Zachary Allen Saylor.
Joshua D. McPherson.
Colton Keene Leal.
Arthur C. Bootsmiller.
Hunter Thomas Kelderman.
Gavin Michael Graupman.
Nicholas Eric Kirby.
Espen Martin Cleveland.
Michael B. Young.
Elizabeth Wickham Coldstadt.
Michelle Nicole Young.
Ian Jacob Renko.
Rachel E. Billingsley.
Samuel P. Liggett.
Anthony Michael Abate.
Sarah Ann Coffey.
Marcus Theodore Henze.
Jacob Kurpiewski.
Donald Wayne Hanna.
Adam M. Formento.
Zachary Joseph Ferkel.
Connor David Friedrichsen.
Paul Daniel Hengies.
Michael Chester Capst.
Brian David Weber.
Caleb J. Klaus.
Stephen Sanders Brown.
Nathaniel Allen Perk.
John William Fleiner.
Junyi Miao.
Ben A. Young.
Yuabwa Yu.
Blake Thomas Miller.
Ethan Blaine Bass.
Matthew Scott Thompson.
Nicholas Paul Feuerbach.
Jacob Spenner.
Christopher Michael Bauer.
Christopher Russell Goodrich.
McCoy Vorlicek Benson.
Cameron Joseph Redshaw.
Brian William Brandstadt.
Justin L. Swetala.
Austin Jonathan Kaiser.
William Francis Marco.
Colin James Ellaby.
Trey Allen Vovies.
Isaac Nicholas Tuan.
Jason Joseph Herman.
Jacob Michael Walker.
Guangfan Zhong.
Bulake M. Tim.
Ian Robert Jameson.
Alex A. Mortimer.
Austin Gerber.
Jacob T. Austin.
Christopher W. Wong.
Samuel Crichton Harms.
Hubert Yi Liang Wei.
Zachary C. Corbin.
Julius K. Churcher.
Brady P. Engelke.
Kung Yik Ho.
Tanner Richard Spees.
Colin Patrick McAllister.
Hong Yi Bin.
Nicholas Stephen Pekka.
Bong Yu Chu.
Robert James Duval.
Ryan Anthony Decker.
Ryan Loris Wilkin.
Austin David Kerr.
Amber Michelle Halber.
Ethan Martin Moran.
Samuel R. Howard.
Joseph David Turin.
Scott Charles Dillevue.
Rachel M. Holt.
Eddie Ik Chin Ting.
Samantha K. Koberg.
Garrett Evan Atkinson.
Yuan Bo Jung.
Ryan James Herder.
Jack Patrick Moss.
Alan K. Owusu Poku.
Lulu Claire Dickey.
Kofi Oduro Senhire.
Andrea Ray McCachran.
Skylar Henry Streff.
Caleb John Davidson.
Amar Srivastava.
Erin Nicole Vespestad.
Jia Jun Wong.
Jennifer R. Green.
To T Ton.
Josiah Joel Green.
Robert Daniel Holm.
Brett Evan Houston.
Andrew Ty.
Jesse Michael Buck.
Jacob Quinn Stillwell.
Matthew Ernst.
Christopher Adam Stapler.
Christina Rose Kanasek.
Kelsey Nicole McConnell.
Jennifer Marie Widmer.
Benjamin Ray Carroll.
Katie Marie Schwegler.
Alec Victor Pope.
Bin Bin Ju.
Logan Christopher Schlachter.
Grant Reed Foudry.
Nicholas Patrick Benz.
Rachel Brianne Barnes.
Bradley Michael Sharapata.
Madeline Rose Tusha.
Daniel Wiratama Pramono.
Zachary A. Johnson.
Brian Stephen Brinkley.
Joseph Paul Scott.
Joseph A. Beck.
Adam Powell Jones.
Zachary James Resnicek.
Zachary Allen Morris.
Matthew Allen Burkett.
Ryan Joseph Pauls.
Jack Winchester Nelson.
Evan John Kammermeyer.
On behalf of the entire university community, I extend my sincerest congratulations to all of our graduates. We wish you the very best and look forward to hearing from you about all of your many accomplishments. One more round of applause for our graduates. Now it is my pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Jeffrey Johnson, Talbot Endowed President and CEO of the Iowa State University Alumni Association, to welcome you as the newest alumni of Iowa State University.
Thank you, President Winterstein. Congratulations, class of 2018. You are now mine. Thanks for believing enough in Iowa State to trust us with your education and your future. And allow me to make one thing clear today. You are now forever a part of Cyclone Nation. You now hold a degree from this very special university. Congratulations. Today, you join close to 260,000 other Iowa State alumni living in all 99 counties of Iowa, all 50 states of the U.S., including the District of Columbia, and more than 152 countries. In other words, you will soon find that Cyclones really are everywhere, doing everything for everybody. Some of you entered Iowa State as legacies, and today you complete the journey, thus adding to your family's history of being forever connected to Iowa State. To celebrate this milestone, some of you are wearing cardinal and gold braided legacy cords, a special acknowledgement to each of you. Some of you, however, like me, are first-generation graduates in your family. You too have solidified your legacy here at Iowa State. I not only congratulate you on reaching this milestone, but I personally invite each of you to become Alumni Association members. More importantly, the association wants to help you get on your feet in this new chapter of your alumni journey, as well as continue your Iowa State adventure. An Alumni Association membership is one way to initiate that process, and membership cost is only $30. Membership in the Alumni Association will provide you direct access to the online alumni directory, which will allow you to network with fellow Cyclones at your place of work, as well as your future community. Plus, allow the association to be your personal university concierge as we assist you in navigating Iowa State following graduation. And then go to the App Store and download the Iowa State Alumni app. I'd encourage you also to please refer to page 77 of your commencement program to see the many ways to continue your Iowa State adventure through the association and how to electronically connect with the association. Please keep your contact information up to date and come back to campus for reunions, sporting events, and many other opportunities that will be offered to you. In closing, I ask that you promise me the following. You will not throw my letters in the trash. You will not delete my emails, ignore my text messages and tweets, hide when I come to your door, or hang up on me when I call. Let's get to know each other better and become partners in helping you advance your careers, enhance your degrees, support your alma mater, and network with Cyclones everywhere. Again, congratulations to the class of 2018. Happy holidays, and I hope to see many of you in San Antonio. But always remember, you are Cyclones for life. Go State.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson. We are now nearing the conclusion of our fall 2018 undergraduate commencement ceremony. I again want to thank our honorary degree recipient and commencement speaker, Professor Theaster Gates. And now I want to offer my personal congratulations to all of today's graduates. We are extremely proud of you and of what you have accomplished. The diploma you have received is the culmination of rigorous coursework, hands-on learning, and life-changing experiences, both inside and outside of the classroom. It is a symbol of both Iowa State University's excellence and your hard-earned academic achievement. I hope you will display it with pride. Thank you for making this a memorable day, and thank you for allowing Iowa State to be an important part of your life and your adventure. Before we close today, we want to recognize the hard work of all of these individuals who helped you make this day possible, the faculty and staff, family members, and the many friends who have supported you. I ask the graduates to rise and find your family and friends in the audience and thank them for their support. I now ask the audience to please rise. Will the family and friends of these outstanding graduates show your support? Please remain standing as we conclude our commencement ceremony. Thank you all for being part of this wonderful occasion. And now with the singing of the Bells of Iowa State by Zachary Fisher, I pronounce the fall 2018 commencement ceremony at a close.
Please join me in the singing of the Bells of Iowa State. The music can be found on the back of today's program.
Thank you so much for playing. If you can get